Hi Virgo, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings. Tarot readings from the heart. I'm ever so sorry that I'm late coming with readings. I've not been very well, and also I've been very busy on the website. The website's always busy, but October was a particularly busy month. I mean, you know, off the chain busy, so that's why the readings are slightly late on YouTube for all of the signs. I've only got 3 more to go: Virgo, Capricorn and Leo, I think it is, and then I'm done for the month, or, you know, because I'm preparing your year ahead readings as well for 2018. So let's have a look what's coming in for Virgo for the rest of November 2017. What's coming in for Virgo Universe for the rest of November 2017? What's coming in for Virgo Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Show me what's coming in for Virgo Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's coming in for Virgo Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the rest of November 2017? Show me. Let's split the deck into 3, Virgo. 1, 2, 3. Collect it back up like so, and alright, so around you guys, it might be something legal. Could be a Libra individual though. Queen of Swords is usually Libra. But also the Queen of Swords is about making very important decisions, cutting things out. So say for example you've got Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes you get death, Queen of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes it can mean there might be a change coming in. You might see a cut in money. She usually means to cut. So the energies around you, possibly a Libra individual, could be something legal. Could also be the Queen of Swords, the need to make sacrifices, need to make some important cuts going on. Your challenge is the Ten of Pentacles, so this might be money, family situation, legacy, wills, work, for example, is the Ten of Pentacles. There's a challenge to do with the family situation, money, and this is why you've got the Queen of Swords. Can also be working situations. Usually Ten of Pentacles is all about strong, sturdy, secure environments, whether that be work, whether that be a family situation, Virgo, but it's in your challenge position, which is why the energies around you are this Queen of Swords, possibly needing to cut that out because it's a challenge. The foundation for why you've got the Queen of Swords is because of the Page of Pentacles though. So the Page of Pentacles in your foundation, Page of Pentacles can be an earth sign individual, possibly a younger child, but also Page of Pentacles is looking at the potential of a situation. So when you get the Page of Pentacles, it's usually about an offer. Page of Pentacles can show a proposal that's coming to someone, but also the Page of Pentacles can show a small amount of money. So it could be a proposal, it could be a small amount of money, it could be financial news. That's at the root of everything here. In the recent past, you've had victory though, the Six of Wands energy showing up. Most likely outcome for Virgo is there seems to be some form of an agreement here. You've got the Two of Cups coming in as the most likely outcome. I think that in your foundation there's been a proposal here, and I think the energies around you guys are the need to make a decision based on logic and rationale rather than emotion, and I'm seeing you guys actually making some form of an agreement here. The Two of Cups, the most likely outcome by the end of November is that you'll make some form of an agreement here, and it's to do with some form of prospect, some form of offer that's been proposed, something that's been proposed to you. Page of Pentacles I'm seeing here. In the recent past you've had victory, Six of Wands, some form of success, recognition, but your challenge is the Ten of Pentacles. This might be a family situation, a working situation, might even be money. The immediate future leading on to that though, you've got the Lovers energy showing here. This is partnership, relationship, unions, but also choice. You guys right now, you're showing as the Page of Swords. Alright, Page of Swords is somebody who's spying, or they're ready to initiate something. So I'm seeing you guys as possibly doing a little bit of research on a situation here, because you're showing as the Page of Swords, Virgo. So you're doing some research as the Page of Swords, and you're looking to act and initiate something here. But I think that whatever it is you've learnt, whatever it is you've discovered with that Page of Swords, the energies around you are about making a very important decision based on grown-up, mature, rationale and logic, because I think there was a proposal that came to you guys. Page of Pentacles. I think in the recent past you've been highly regarded and recognized. Your challenge though is, I think you're already stable where you are. You've got the Ten of Pentacles here showing stability and security. So I think you might already be stable where you are, Virgo. The most likely outcome is that you're going to agree on something here. The Two of Cups is the most likely outcome for you. Immediate future is showing the Lovers. So could be some decisions that need to be made here. Coming in what you'll experience though is the Ten of Swords. This is about failure. So for some of you guys it might be betrayal. We're going to get your hopes. Well, fears are Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, and she's reversed. I mean, it could be a hope or a fear in the reverse, it doesn't matter. In the reverse, this person tends to look out for number one. So the hopes might be to look out for number one on this case. We've got to see what the reading's about with the open up the reading a bit. The outcome shows the Ace of Swords making a breakthrough. Whatever this Ten of Swords is, don't worry about it, because the overall outcome from that is that you make some form of a breakthrough. Ace of Swords, you gain clarity. This might not be anything that anyone's doing to you. This might be you feeling overwhelmed, mentally overwhelmed, because it might be that there's still some form of a choice. It might be that you've made some form of preliminary agreement here. Something might not be 100% set in stone, Virgos, for you. I think there's a preliminary agreement there with that Two of Cups, because you've still got the choice card of the Lovers coming in. We're going to see what this reading's about. Why is Virgo the Page of Swords in November 2017? Why is Virgo the Page of Swords? Show me. What's the situation? Okay. I think you're the Page of Swords. I think that you're doing some research here. You might be doing some research, looking to initiate something here, born from a new idea with that Page of Swords energy. Page of Swords is usually a spy, though. It's usually finding things out. It's usually doing research. I think you guys are doing a lot of research in November. The situation might be about a new job, or whether you're going to invest in a new business, for example, with that Seven of Pentacles. In your root foundation, you've got the Page of Pentacles. What's the situation around the Page of Pentacles for Virgo? What's the situation around the Page of Pentacles for Virgo? Alright, so I think that you guys have been... the difficult thing with the Page of Pentacles is, as a communication card, it can do two things. Page of Pentacles as a communication card can be about financial communication, possibly good news or a small amount of money coming to an individual. But also the Page of Pentacles as news takes a very, very long time. A very, very long time. And the situation is around Temperance reverse. So Temperance reverse is about a lack of patience, but it's also where something is not being balanced. It's a lack of balance here. The situation is around a lack of balance. So in your foundation, or this can be mismanagement when you get the Temperance energy. So it's almost like in your foundation, this isn't about news, and this isn't really, I don't think that this is about a proposal here either. I think that this is about money, potentially, for you guys with this Page of Pentacles. And I think in your foundation, what you're doing with this Page of Pentacles is you're looking at the small amounts of money that some of you Virgo people have, because the situation is about mismanagement. The Temperance card in the reverse. So I think that you're looking to make some form of adjustments, because you've got the Page of Pentacles here, which is a card about taking responsibility for one's actions, taking accountability for what one has financially. And usually the Page of Pentacles is a shortage of cash. So it could be in your foundation there is a shortage of cash. The situation might be that some of you guys have mismanaged cash. You've got Temperance in the reverse. And in the recent past, I think you've got a small amount of cash with the Page of Pentacles. You might be dealing with small amounts of money in your foundation. So there might be, I think there's a shortage of money with this Page of Pentacles in your foundation, because I think there's a mismanagement in terms of this with the Temperance card in the reverse. You've not been managing, I feel, your finances very well here, for some of you Virgos. And in the recent past, though, you've had Six of Wands. What's the situation around the Six of Wands for Virgo? What's the situation around the Six of Wands for Virgo? Right, so Four of Pentacles is now reversed. Okay, so I think that you guys have had some success, though, in the recent past. And the situation is around Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So Four of Pentacles in the reverse represents when you're losing money. In the upright, this is about holding on to it. You've got some form of a cushion there with the Four of Pentacles in the upright. But I think that you've had some form of success, and the situation might be either losing money, you've had to pay something out, maybe. I'm getting success here because you guys have had to give something up. I think that you and your foundation, there's a shortage of money through mismanagement. And I think that in the recent past, though, guys, you guys have overcome something here, Six of Wands, but it's at the detriment of yourselves. The situation is around having to pay money out. So I think that here you're trying, some of you guys might be trying to sort out a few debts. Here, there's a shortage of money because there's mismanagement, and as a result of that in the recent past, you guys, it looks like you've come to some form of successful agreement, maybe with the Six of Wands. It looks like you've got some backing here from people who say, yeah, well done, brilliant, that's a good idea. And I think the situation is around you having to pay money out with this Four of Pentacles. So you're having to give something off yourself here financially, possibly making up for the mismanagement of finances in the first place. I feel with this Page of Pentacles and Temperance in the reverse. Your challenge is the Ten of Pentacles. What's the situation around the challenge for Virgo being the Ten of Pentacles? Show me. the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So I think the challenge is a family situation here, because the situation is around a Queen of Wands in the reverse, and this is somebody who's quite angry and being quite spiteful. So I think you've got somebody around you in your family. I think the family finances with this Ten of Pentacles are a real struggle, because there's a Queen of Wands in the reverse, and this doesn't have to be anybody necessarily within the family. It might be somebody, it might be a debt collector, or it might be somebody who's putting, usually I'd expect to see a money man here, maybe a King of Pentacles reverse. You know, they want all the money, they don't care about where you get it from, they just want it. Or even a King of Wands in the reverse, business person. But this is a Queen of Wands. She's somebody in authority anyway. So your challenge might be something to do with family finances, work money, financial stability here. Your challenges, because the situation's around a Queen of Wands in the reverse, and I think it might be that somebody might be, it's either within your immediate circle, your family, your wife, your husband, whoever it is, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or it's somebody that's dealing with your finances to a certain extent. It could be an external person or an internal in the household, but I think you're struggling with the finances. I think you've got challenges with your finances, money, job, whatever it is, and it's the situations around a Queen of Wands in the reverse, somebody who's quite angry, somebody who's being quite spiteful about stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a few arguments going on here around maybe mismanagement of money and having to pay money out or pay money back. You've got the energies therefore around you is the Queen of Swords. What's the situation around the Queen of Swords being the energy around Virgo in the month of November 2017? Show me. Okay, the situation is walking away, release. So I think as a result of whatever's going on here with this Ten of Coins in your challenge position and the Queen of Wands, I think that the Queen of Swords is, the energies are making some very, very important decisions on how you're going to sort whatever this situation is out with this Queen of Swords energy showing here, because the situation around that is around releasing something in your life that is no longer serving you with that Eight of Coins. And it doesn't have to be love, it can be anything, because here what we're finding is in your foundation, you guys are doing, you guys are the Page of Swords, so you're doing a little bit of research here. Page of Swords, you're showing us somebody who's a researcher with that Page of Swords situation, and the situations around your money, your finances. So you might be looking deeper into your finances, what you have in the bank, what you've grown, what you've developed financially, because in your foundation, this is about a shortage of cash, I feel, through mismanagement with the Temperance energy in the reverse. And as a result of that, in the recent past, I think you've had some success, possibly with others, I would say, probably, because the reason for that, or around the situation, is that you guys, I feel, have been paying something out. You've been stripping yourself of your resources with this Four of Pentacles in order to please, I feel, authorities or whoever it is to get something settled. Your challenge is this Ten of Pentacles. So there's a family situation, financial security, stability situation here. That's your challenge here. And the situation's around a Queen of Wands in the reverse. So I think that this is somebody who's quite angry, quite annoyed about the situation. And as a result of that, the focus will be on the Queen of Swords energy. And this is about making very important, decisive decisions based on logic and rationale with that Queen of Swords, because the situation is that you need to be released from whatever this difficult and unstable situation is. And I think it is around debt and money for some of you guys. The most likely outcome is the Two of Cups. What's the situation around the Two of Cups for Virgo? What's the situation around the Two of Cups for Virgo? Show me. Okay, so the most likely outcome I'm seeing is some form of an agreement, but the situation will be around the Eight of Swords. I think it's going to lock you into something. I think you're going to be locked into some form of an agreement, because the Eight of Swords means to be locked in. The situation is around the Eight of Swords. Okay, so we're asking the question, you know, we've got an agreement as the most likely outcome coming in for you guys. You're making an agreement here. There's some form of partnership agreement happening around your finances here. It's almost like you're saying, okay, this is what I can afford to pay. Can we set some form of an agreement here? But the situation is around that agreement is based on the Eight of Swords energy. So I think it's an agreement that some of you guys are really going to be quite locked into with this Eight of Swords energy showing here. The Lovers is what you'll experience in the immediate future. What's the situation around the Lovers in the immediate future? What's the situation around the Lovers in the immediate future? Okay, so I think you've got to make a choice here with the Lovers energy coming in, and the situation is around your work. Okay, so it might be for some of you guys you have a choice to put more hours in, to do more overtime, for example, with that Eight of Coins energy. For some of you guys it might literally be to make a choice to get another job, or to skill up so you can get a better job, which is what the Eight of Coins is. It's about learning. You'll experience the Ten of Swords coming in though. What's the situation around the Ten of Swords coming in for Virgo? What's the situation around the Ten of Swords coming in for Virgo? Show me. Okay, so the Ten of Swords is what you experience, and I feel that this is definitely more about exhaustion, mental exhaustion, feeling possibly overworked, overwhelmed, and the situation is around the Ten of Wands. So you guys are trying to get rid of a burden here. This is why you're so tired. So you're doing everything that you possibly can to shift this debt or shift this financial. I think it's a financial thing. I think you're trying to shift some financial problems, and I think that you make a choice, possibly with this Lovers card, because the situation's around the Eight of Coins, possibly to put more hours in, possibly to get another job, possibly to, you know, try and, you know, swat up or study up for a better job while you're working in something, you know. But I think there's, what you'll experience is great pressure with that Ten of Swords energy, because the situation is around you trying to loosen some burden here. And I'm seeing you doing it with this Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo. So I think you're going to be trying to do stuff to get rid of this problem with finances, because you seem to be making an agreement that I think was going to tie you. I think it's going to bind you, this agreement, because the agreement, there's an agreement for me that's binding. If you look at the two energies, the cards, the keywords, this is agreement and this is agreement binding. So I'm looking at a binding agreement that you're going to be making with your creditors or whoever this is, and I think that, you know, that's the most likely outcome. It's not, I mean, it's a successful one in which you start to get rid of some of the negative energy around finances, Virgo, but I still feel that as a result of that, you don't want that. You don't want to have to be tied into anything. What you want to do is get rid of the shit as quickly as you can. So some of you guys might be making a choice with that Lovers card to put more energy into your work, put more time, more overtime, more hours, whatever it is, into work. You know, start something new up to make more money. But I think that you're going to find a lot of pressure coming in with this Ten of Swords energy, and that's because the situation's about you trying to release this burden, Ten of Wands, trying hard to get rid of the burden of maybe what this binding agreement is, but you find yourself in a place of exhaustion more than anything else. Your hopes or fears are the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So what's the situation around the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse? Why is the hopes or fears the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse for Virgo? The Seven of Swords. So the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, difficult one really, because it's all about, I think this in the reverse is about how you retain the most money for yourself with this Queen of, she's all about the me. So your hopes would be to retain something good enough for yourself with this Queen of Pentacles reverse. The situation is about being clever and cutting corners. So I think that your hopes would be to cut corners in order to retain, you know, money for yourself, finances for yourself. The outcome shows the Ace of Swords. What's the situation with the outcome being the Ace of Swords for Virgo? What's the situation around the Ace of Swords being the outcome for Virgo? Show me. The Nine of Pentacles. Well, it's brilliant. You find a way. You've got a breakthrough coming in the overall outcome. This is either mental clarity or some form of a breakthrough on how you are able to maintain your own financial and material independence with that Nine of Pentacles energy. Okay, because the situation is around the Nine of Pentacles. I'm seeing the Ace of Swords being some form of victory, success or breakthrough here in the outcome, and this is all about how you maintain your independence and financial growth with that Nine of Pentacles. So I think you find a way to sort through a financial issue. We're going to get this reading again, Virgo. You guys, I feel, are doing a lot of swatting up. You're doing some studying, some form of research here, and it's to do with your finances. Seven of Coins. It's to do with how much money you've got, how much money you've saved with that Seven of Coins energy, because in your root foundation I'm seeing a shortage of cash. Page of Pentacles is a shortage of money through mismanagement with the Temperance energy in the reverse. I do feel that in the recent past you guys have had some form of success though, but that success has come at a price, because the situation is around this Four of Pentacles, having to give something up, some of your savings up with that Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and there might be arguments about this. Your challenge is the Ten of Pentacles, so there might be arguments in the family. Your challenge might be around work or the amount of money that you've got all the financial stability that you're living at the moment, because the situation is around the Queen of Wands energy here. For some of you guys, your challenge might be your financial stability, because with the Queen of Wands in the reverse as a energy, it could be that you didn't use your intuition. Queen of Wands in the upright always uses her intuition. She's very clever like that. In the reverse, she becomes a little bit more of a simpleton. She's not used. So it might be that your challenge is now your financial stability, because you didn't use your intuition in the first place. However, this could be something about the family resources, paying into the family. If you live in a rented house, paying your rent, for example, with the Ten of Pentacles. Anything to do with finances and stability is the challenge, because the situation's around a Queen of Wands. This could be somebody externally that's dealing with your finances, might not be a very nice person, but if it's in the family, this might be arguments or problems with a family member who's quite annoyed about the whole thing, which is why the energies around November, Virgo, will be you guys here with this Queen of Swords energy, making some very important, logical and rational decisions. End of story. You're just going to make those important decisions with that Queen of Swords, and the situation is around how you release a very kind of unnerving, difficult situation with the Eight of Cups, and walk to higher ground, walk towards, you know, a better way of living, a change. You're looking to change here with both cards, with that Queen of Swords and Eight of Cups, and the most likely outcome is that you're going to have to make an agreement that's binding. So you're going to be caught, you know, you're going to be stuck in you're going to be limited by some form of an agreement, either with creditors, people that you owe money to, but it's going to be a binding agreement, I feel, here with those two cards. In the immediate future, I don't think you want to do. I think you want to pay whatever this thing is off as quick as you possibly can. So some of you guys, Virgo, might make a choice with that Lovers card, possibly to do more overtime with the Eight of Coins. So you're making a choice to kind of put more hours in, or maybe to sort through some of the stuff that you got that you can sell, or possibly to set something else up, another business or whatever it is, so that you can make more money. This is all about trying to turn over more profit, I feel, with this Eight of Coins. However, you will find coming in, what you'll experience is the Eight of Swords, tiredness, exhaustion, overkill with the Eight of Swords, because you're trying to get rid of this pressure with the Ten of Wands reversed. Your hopes would be to retain some finances, I feel, for yourself with that Queen of Pentacles reversed, by clever handling of the situation. Okay, being savvy, being clever, being cunning. The outcome does show, yes, you have a breakthrough with that Ace of Swords, and that breakthrough is because you managed somehow to retain quite a bit of your finances whilst pleasing others at the same time. It's a brilliant reading for November, Virgo. I think things do work out for you for the best, but I think that you're having to resolve a situation that might be off your own making for some of you guys. Could be that somebody else did it to you, but some of this might be off your own making. So Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Virgo on this reading? We're using the tarot cards for advice for you, because I've got to carry my angel cards because I'm recording from a different location, Virgo. What is the advice that you have for Virgo on this reading for November 2017? Show me. Right, the advice is the Empress. So you're starting, there is the start of prosperity that is coming to you. The Empress is lovely for money, because it says that you're at the starting phase of a new prosperous and abundant phase within your life. So there's a new prosperous and abundant phase within your life that's starting with that Empress energy there. And it can only get better because you've got the King of Pentacles. So there's going to be prosperity, abundance, and it's going to improve. I mean, the Empress really is bigger than the King, but, you know, it doesn't matter. Both cards represent financial prosperity, abundance, and improvement. So I'm seeing prosperity and abundance coming in for you guys, but this is about you guys taking things back a little bit, making those adjustments. You have, I feel, for a lot of you guys watching this, gone through a shortage of finances here through mismanagement. I think some of you guys have mismanaged your finances. You have been victorious, but that victory has come at a price where you've had to give up some of your savings in order to pay some form of a debt. I do feel you've got arguments happening within the family or whatever it is to do with your finances. I think you're making some very important decisions to follow a new path in terms of finances, and some of that might be where you have to sacrifice, you know, your own freedom in terms of how you pay back this debt. I think, though, that you want to pay it back as quickly as possible, and you're trying to find ways to do that. However, if you do that, you're going to be knackered, you're going to be absolutely exhausted. So the best thing to do is to find a way to retain that money for yourself by clever strategy, by formulating, because this is the Seven of Swords, is about strategizing. So your hopes will be to retain some of the money for yourself, some of your resources for yourself, not have to pay it all out with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, by a careful and clever strategy that you're going to be putting into place. And it does work, because in the overall outcome you've got a breakthrough with the Ace of Swords, because of the Nine of Pentacles being able to retain what it is that you've already built up for yourself. So yeah, There is definitely development here in terms of money here. So we've got development of the Empress card brings. So also with the Empress, this can be developing new creative ideas will bring financial prosperity and improvements with that King of Pentacles. So you can't lose. You can't lose. There's a way that you find out of this situation, Virgo, and it's a brilliant reading. It's a brilliant reading. Alright, that's your reading for November 2017, Virgo. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me. Check out your love reading, which is next door, and I'll speak to you guys real soon. Take care.